Finishing out Friday Night Football here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, home of the Florida Storm, who are looking to cinch the East Division. But they're going to have to take on a tough task in the visiting Lone Star Glory. Hello, everybody. Ethan Muslin here alongside Charles Doherty here at the I in Florida. They're looking to hopefully cinch their way into the playoffs. Both teams right now coming in at 6-4. A win for either team, Charles, will be a big boost for them in the playoff hunt.
Yeah, definitely. 6-4, both teams also riding 3-game winning streaks. So I'm so excited to watch this game. We got very, outstanding coaches on both sides of the field. Can't wait to see what they pull out of their bags of tricks tonight to win the game.
Yeah, the last time these two met, it was back in Season 16, the first week of Season 16, with Lone Star defeating Florida 45-23. It's been just a hair over a year and 8 months since these two have squared off, and both of them looking very strong, as we talked about going into this with effectively the same pattern of games. They've won 4 out of their last 5. It'll be an exciting matchup. Lone Star in a very tight South Division. Fort Worth and Mexico City both at 7-3. Lone Star and Houston at 6-4. It's looking very likely that if Lone Star wins tonight and Houston wins later on this weekend, we could be seeing the entire South Division make the playoffs, and I would not be surprised to see that in the least likelihood. Florida right now on 6-4. They're 2 games back from Louisiana, who are 4-6. A loss here from Florida and a win from Louisiana would make next week a de facto division championship game. Kick taken here from about the goal line and brought up to the 25-yard line. Lone Star getting the ball to start the first half today, and we will see the Lone Star offense being led out by one half of the Card Sharks in Ace Fennick.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Ace Fennick play tonight. I mean, he's had a pretty solid season. Doesn't make many mistakes. That could be said for the entire offense of Lone Star. I'm looking to see how they start off here tonight.
They're going to go with an I formation for 1st and 10. Ace stepping back, going to swing it out left. It'll be completed to Mateo Pravado, but cannot get back to the line in time, so it'll be a loss of 1. We'll introduce the rest of the Lone Star Glory offense. Seeing Ace Fennick and Mateo Pravado. Also in the backfield is Ike McBride. Wide receivers are Ziggy Ronick, Greg Soto, Deuce Fennick, the other half of the Card Sharks, and B. Robo. Tight ends are Garrison Blue and Hank Earl Troll. Back into the I formation for 2nd and 11. Hand off to Ike. She's going to get some room up to the 30. And get taken down at that spot. It'll be a gain of 5, set up 36.
Yeah, I mean, Ike's been, the last couple games, has been getting in the end zone a little bit more. That's great. Like to see some more of that tonight. I think the more they use Ike in their game plan, I think the better.
On the 3rd down and 6. Twins to the right. Handoff for Ike. Oh, she gets caught right at the line. No good on that play. Ends up going to be a loss of 1 with Ryan Tobin making the stop. We'll introduce the Florida defense as they head off the field for the 3 and out. On the line is Deontay Stoneville, Alessandro Tamaello, and Alex Dominguez, the Hall of Famer. Linebackers are Stephen Black, Ryan Tobin, and Aaron Gooden. Cornerbacks are Ryan Davidson, Evan Carroll, Adam Jones. Safeties, Adrian Blaine, and Andrew Francis. Be a punt for Lone Star. Max Luna to kick this away. Fair catch will be called at the 37. Easy catch there for Art Vandelay. So it'll be Florida's time to shine on offense, starting with that Hall of Fame quarterback, Ron Cochran.
Yeah, Hall of Fame quarterback indeed. However, last 2 games has not thrown a touchdown pass. Hopefully that changes tonight.
In his 11 seasons, he's currently 3rd all-time, only a couple yards away from 43,000 yards passing in his career. Handoff here up the middle for 1st down. It's only going to be a yard on the play. Not much there. Looks like that was J.W. Doyle making the run, with Jay Martin making the stop. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, leadoff run is Doyle. Maybe that's one of the surprises we see tonight. He averages in the last 5 games about 3 carries a game, so let's see if they top that tonight.
Going to a jumbo package for second down. Lone Star showing a little bit of pressure. Up the middle. Again, nothing on the play. Another run for Doyle. Goes nowhere. And that one stopped by Bogey Barr of Lone Star's defense. And set up 3rd and 9.
Both of these defenses are pretty tough on the line. Last week I did the game, the Florida game, and they just wreaked havoc on the Denver line. So let's see what they can do tonight.
Nickel pack for Lone Star here. Cochran going to throw. Blitz coming. Throw down the middle is completed. Good for a first down. Nice pass on that play. That takes it to number 11, Stephen Bush, for the first catch of the day.
It looks like they sent 8 guys in there on the blitz, or at least maybe every linebacker was going in there trying to get to Cochran, and he just stood in there. I mean, that's what veterans do. Got it out to Stephen Bush for a nice game.
Got it out for 17 yards on the play. Going to bring it into Lone Star territory. It'll be 1st and 10. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Cochran in the shotgun. A lot of defense on the line here for Lone Star. Cochran stepping back, throws to his right side, completed to Bush, gets room for a first down, pushed out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Now 31 yards receiving for Stephen Bush on those 2 catches.
It looks like the defense was keyed on a slant in the middle, but they might have audibled at the last second and sent Steve Bush to the top of the screen with that out route, and looked like it caught the defense by surprise.
So another first down now at the Lone Star 30. Cochran again in the shotgun. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Looks like a bit of a dime pack for Lone Star. Cochran with plenty of time. Going to throw it. Quick pass, incomplete. That might have been intended for, looks like it might have been intended for Zarkov, the tight end, but Mark Meekin Waves also was there to try to make the play. Let's introduce the rest of the Florida Storm offense. The Hall of Fame quarterback, Ron Cochran. In the backfield with him, Charlie Boletsky and J.W. Doyle. Wide receivers, Stephen Bush, Art Vandelay, and E.J. Minson. Tight ends are Verdon Zarkov and Ron Hines. On the line, left tackle, Caden Poyer, the rookie from Ottawa. Left guard, Joseph Wade, and right guard, Greg McDonaldson. 2nd and 10. 3 wide receivers. Handoff up the middle. Good for Boletsky. Gets room for a first down to the 15-yard line. What a run from the Bullet to get 15 yards.
Yeah, this could be a running back battle tonight. Boletsky drew first blood with that run. Nice blocking. Nice hole up the middle. It looked like Lone Star might have been looking for that 50x spot pass on the top of the screen, but maybe surprised them with a run.
So a nice run from Boletsky to cut the field in half. Now 1st down and 10 at the 15. Cochran going to get in a pistol set. 2 wide receivers. Standard 43 defense for Lone Star. Cochran with time. Throws to his left side. Completed. Oh, and a nice push from E.J. Minson. Going to get the first down, but not the touchdown for the time being. But it's good for a 12-yard gain and 1st and goal.
A nice conservative play call by Florida. Let the wide receivers do some short out routes, put it in the hands of Minson, and let him show his skills after catch. And he did a nice job there getting extra yards.
Saw Jay Mart there making the tackle. We'll introduce the Lone Star Glory defense quickly. Jukin, Rugen, Yogi Barr, Stephen Fellows, the 2nd and 10 to begin on the line. Linebackers, Freddie Trammell, Bogey Barr, and Jay Mart. Corners are Mickey McGuire, Bo Martin Jr. Safeties, Rain Rie, Jess Spagoli, Albert Begin, and Nate Hall. And Boletsky gets denied the score. Big stop on the play from Trammell. Sets up 2nd and goal on the 1-yard gain.
I think that was Trammell and also a little bit of Albert Begin welcoming him to welcoming Boletsky to the line of scrimmage.
Great stop on the defense for the time being. Now 2nd down and goal. Offset I formation. 5 players on the line for the defense. Handoff Boletsky right side. He stopped short. And another big stop on that play from Albert Begin brings up 3rd and goal.
I mean, Albert Begin is all over the field. 107 tackles will make it 109 so far. Number 5 in the league. I mean, he's got great closing speed, and you got to make your mind up quick and commit because Albert Begin's going to make you pay.
Now 3rd down and goal. Heavy play set here for Florida. Pitching it away to Boletsky into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
Looks like that was a new wrinkle thrown into their playbook there. Didn't see the toss at all last week. and maybe Lone Star wasn't expecting it either. Untouched into the end zone. That was a nice drive by Florida.
Yeah, good pitch there to the left side, and Begin was trying to get there to make the play, just a little too late. It ends up going in for the score. That drive, 10 plays, 63 yards, finishing with the 1-yard touchdown to Bullet Boletsky. So this will be an extra point attempt for Ethan Sneed, the 6th season vet. Good snap hold. Oh, and the kick is blocked! Kick is blocked! It's no good. So Sneed does not get the extra point. It'll be 6-0 Florida. As we take a quick break to handle some business, you're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on YouTube. Take a breath. We will be right back. Welcome back to the Eye here in Florida. Ethan Muslin, Charles Dargety on the call. This return here for Lone Star, going to bring up to the 27-yard line to set up the Glory's next drive. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. Lone Star looking to respond after blocking the extra point. Ike McBride, she'll get some room to the left side. Be good for a gain of 7. And bring it up to the 34-yard line. Nice opening play there for the Glory.
Yeah, nice, typical, power run by Ike McBride. But a quick note here. Greg Soto is going to be returning kicks on special teams for the first time this season. So that could be something to keep an eye on. It might be a game changer.
See how it goes. Screen out here to the left side. Completed to Hank Earl Troll. Just enough to move the chains on the first down. Aaron Gooden there to just cover Troll all over, but enough to move the chains.
Yeah, nice swing route run by Troll. Nice hands there. He knew he was going to get a licking by the defense of Florida, was able to hold on to the ball.
So 1st and 10 at the 37. Pro set with 2 wide receivers. Ace going to look, throw to his left, completed, and B. Robo's going to step out of bounds at the 40 and slowly matriculating down that field for another 3-yard gain.
We had some definite matriculation on that play. Right on the edge of the field. Nice athleticism by Robo to keep his hands on it and stay in bounds.
Brings it right up just outside of the 40 for 2nd and 7. 2 in the backfield, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end left. He's going to throw in the pocket.
Play.
Nice pass. Oh, and a big hit immediately after the catch. Garrison Blue holds onto the football, gets it into Florida territory. 13-yard gain and a first down.
It wasn't a perfect pass there, but just enough for Garrison to turn around and do the one-hander, and he knew he was going to get a lick, just like Hank Earl Troll on the last play. But both of those tight ends for Lone Star have great hands and great discipline.
Yeah, all of them have been very good. Hanker will troll 13 receptions for the season. That's number 14. I McBride pushing her way down to the 42 for a 5-yard gain. Garrison Blue, one of the top receivers for the Glory, had 51 receptions. That one putting him over 600 yards receiving on the season. Now going to 2nd down and 5. Ace will have 3 wide receivers. Looks like a 33 nickel setup for Florida. Oh, Ace tried to throw it out. Incomplete. That one intended for B. Robo. Nobody nearby. That might have been a little bit of pressure from Tamaelo.
Yeah, I think there's also a little bit of traffic jam between the defenders and the wide receivers. Threw them off that route. Had the I think that was B.E. Robo at the bottom of the screen with the X spot route, but Fennec had to get rid of that ball quickly.
So now 3rd down and 5. One tight end flex to the left. They'll hand it off to Ike. She'll get to the 40 and no further. And a big hit on the play from Ryan Davidson. Going to force the 4th down for Lone Star. They'll have to kick it away.
They're getting a little chippy down there on the field. But both of these teams are pumped up and want to win. But it's good. It shows what kind of confidence they have on Ike McBride. They didn't get the 1st down on that one, but when you hand off the ball to your running back at 3rd down and 4, that's a lot of confidence.
So this will be Max Luna punting it away. It'll be taken. They're going to watch it bounce at the 3. Oh, but it's brought into the end zone for the touchback. Probably should have just let that one drop. Oh, that's a disappointing run for the Lone Star special team. They'll take the ball up to the 20.
Well, Albert Begin was very excited. He wanted to make a big play on TV, but I think he was so excited his momentum took him into the end zone.
An unfortunate turn there on a good coffin kick. It's going to put Florida up to their own 20. 3 wide receivers for 1st and 10. They'll hand it off to Boletsky. Gets caught at the line of scrimmage. He'll get a couple of yards on the play before Trammell helps to bring him down and bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I think they had defensive linemen, linebacker, and safeties had their hands on Boletsky on that play.
Adds up to 2nd down and 8. This game a must-win for both of these franchises. A win puts you to 7-4 going into Week 14. Puts you pretty much a cinch into the playoffs. Screen out here to Boletsky, completed. Sidestep to the right. Pushing ahead. Gets the 1st down as he's brought down from behind by Bo Martin Jr. That's enough for a 1st down. Brings it up to the 30.
Yeah, that's both an offensive coordinator and a quarterback's dream. You just do a little dink right there and leave the rest to Charlie Boletsky. I mean, that was, 7-8 yards after catch?
Yeah, great adjustment after the catch. And you saw Rain Rie trying to haul him in, but it took him and Bo Martin to take him down and ended up pushing him forward to get the 1st. 1st and 10 now in the 2-2. Cochran in the shotgun. In the step, has time. Down the middle. No, incomplete. That one intended for E.J. Minson by the looks of it. Art Vandalay near the area as well, but nobody able to make that catch.
Yeah, nobody able to make it because they were so well covered by the secondary of Lone Star. I mean, not many options for Cochran.
One of the few incompletions he's had today. Is only 4 for 6, but those 2 mistakes can start to add up if things don't progress. 2nd down and 10. Heavy pro set. Pressure on the line from Lone Star. They'll back off a little bit. Hand off to Boletsky. Down, caught at the line, and a stop from Rain Rie and Mickey McGuire for no gain. Actually, they're going to call it a loss of 1 on the play. We'll bring up 3rd and long.
Yeah, so far the defensive Lone Star on this series is really digging their heels in and putting the pressure on Florida.
It's going to be 3rd down and long. Cochran from the shotgun. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Has time. Going to heave it down the middle. Tipped away. Oh, nearly intercepted by Rain Rie. Could not hold on to the football, but knocks it away and forces the Florida punt.
Yeah, the defense held for Lone Star, but I think Rie wanted to hold on to that one and started off with the pass deflection by fabulous Freddie Trammell, but they weren't able to get the interception, but the offense is coming out in the field, so all in all, it was good.
Yeah, still a positive result for the Lone Star defense, as they will get the ball from the special teams. But you got to figure Rain Rie probably wanted that one back to just even haul it in for the interception. So bring out Marcus Agrippa, the 6th-season vet. He's spent all of his time here in Florida. Kick is away. Be taken at about the 29. Not much on the return, unfortunately, so bring it up to the 30-yard line. The SFL Weekly Fantasy Contest is officially up and running. Think you can draft the best team every week while staying under the cap? Or maybe you just want to enhance your SFL experience. It's free to play, no season-long commitment, and a new contest opens every week on Tuesday night. Join now and show off your fantasy skills to the rest of the league. Contact Jack Wall, Stephen Hacker, or Hunter Norwood on the SFL Discord and join today. Lone Star starting from their own 30. Ace going to throw. Left side. Pass completed to B. Robo. It's good for an 8-yard gain. Got tackled just out of bounds. Being up 2nd down and 2.
A nice safe route on 1st down. That 8-yard out route was, pretty solid. It looks like they've done that so many times they could probably do it in their sleep.
So 2nd down and looks like to be about maybe 1 3/4, even though it will be classified as 2. I formation, 2 wide receivers. Ace, quick step, going to screen it out to Bravado. It's completed. Good for a 1st down. And a big hit on that play by Aaron Gooden. That's always fun to see, linebacker versus fullback. But it's enough for the 1st down for Lone Star.
Yeah, that's quite an explosion on the field with those two hitting each other. But like the play calling so far of Lone Star, looks like they've got a pretty good mix.
On 3 wide receivers, Ace throwing to his right, completes it to his partner Deuce. The Card Sharks there making the connection. Be good for a gain of 5 to bring it to the 46, and that's the end of the 1st quarter of play. The Storm are on the board, but the blocked extra point makes it a 6-point game. Lone Star yet to hit the board. You're watching the Simulation Football League, presented by APM Music on YouTube. Quarter number 2 about to get underway here at the I. Ethan Muslin, Charles Doherty on the call for you tonight. Justin Reside, Ben Warner doing the stats in the truck. Handoff here to McBride is going nowhere. Nice quick stop to get back to the line of scrimmage by Gooden and bring up 3rd down and 6.
And that was a great open field tackle by Aaron Gooden against one of the better power backs in the league. So very impressive. Didn't get any help from anyone else on the defense. Did it all on his own.
Now 3rd down and 6, 3 wide receivers. Nickel package for Florida. Ace going to throw. Oh, it's completed! Ace to Deuce once again. And it's a 1st down in Florida territory.
What a pass by Ace Fennick. Just threw it to the fingertips of his brother, and no chance whatsoever for the defender to interrupt that pass at all.
And you saw Ryan Davidson tried to get in on that. He was just a little too late. And Deuce was able to turn up field and get it into a 10-yard gain. So now it'll be 1st and 10 at the Florida 40-yard line. Lone Star going to come out in a power I formation. Florida adjusting a little bit. Looks like they're going to bring some pressure. They back off. Ace going to step up. Swings to his left. Pass completed to Ike. Well, makes a little bit of progress before going out of bounds at the 39. It'll be counted as a gain of 1.
Yeah, only a gain of 1. I mean, that's hard to turn up field. I mean, the momentum is taking you out of bounds. It looked like Ace Fennick, options were running out quickly and was kind of running the wrong direction. Was able to make a pretty decent throw, but only a 1-yard gain.
2 tight ends left for 2nd down and 9 with 2 receivers to the right. Ace going to look, screens it out, completes to Ike McBride. What a hit by Ike! She gets up right to the 30-yard line, just enough to move the chains.
I mean, that was probably the quickest swing pass I've ever seen in my life. I mean, she wasn't even able to break out past the tackle before the ball was in her hands. But after that, it was all power, lower your shoulder, and put the hurt on the Florida defense.
And you saw Evan Carroll getting a little posterized there on the hit. Great run from McBride after the catch. Sets up the first down at the 30. Gonna go 3 wide versus a nickel set. Ace stepping back, has some time, gonna throw.
Oh, no.
Nearly
Wow.
intercepted.
Woo.
Nearly picked off by Adrian Blaine. That pass intended for Deuce from Ace, but it goes nowhere for second down.
Wow, that was almost disaster for Lone Star. But it's when you throwing it into the middle there with the likes of Carroll, Jones, and Francis and Davidson for that matter. It's a recipe for disaster.
So second down and 10. They got a tight end flex on an offset eye. Florida showing a little pressure. They're going to back it off a little bit. Ace going to throw left. Pass is intercepted. Picked off by Evan Carroll. He's got room at the 40. Gets up to midfield. 40, 35, 30. It's a foot race, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Florida.
It looked like the Ace Fenix's first option was covered. Had made a quick decision to try and get it out there to the sidelines, and didn't put enough finesse into that throw, and just good setup by the defense of Florida. Nice presence by Evan Carroll to take that to the house. And wow, that's what is that? I think he's tied the all-time record now with Ryan Davidson. For touchdown.
Incredible pick six.
We'll have to check the truck on that one, but I think that's accurate.
Oh man, that interception for Evan Carroll, that is his third of the season. That puts him now second in the league for pick sixes. Ryan Davidson currently leading with 4. But the interception ties him now for second with Ryan Davidson with 10. That's his 10th pick of the season. As Snead puts the kick up and through. It's now 13-0 in favor of Florida with 9:10 to go here in the second. And just double checking the all-time stats. Doing quick math, yes. Evan Carroll now tied all-time with Ryan Davidson. Both of them have 8 interceptions for touchdowns in their careers. Now it's, oh man, that's an incredible feat to have with two active players on your roster.
That's a defensive coordinator's dream.
This run from Greg Soto is going to be brought out to the 25-yard line. Visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for info about the league and its 28 teams. All the places you can watch live games, plus links to apparel from Sector 6 and SFL mini helmets from 97 Sports Promotions. See all the league records, team stats, player leaderboards, the rankings of the next class of SFL talent, and so much more. Simulationfl.net, your home for everything SFL. Quick pass from Ace here is good for about 3 yards. B. Robo there to make the catch. And brings it up to the 29.
A nice stat that was given to us by the commish himself. Florida has 11 defensive touchdown this season, and only 8 passing touchdowns. So the defense is scoring more than the air assault of Florida.
It's quite an interesting anomaly to see that, when your defensive game is doing so much better. Ace going to pump fake, screens it out to Ike. She'll go to the left side, just enough to move for the first down. Tiptoeing on the sideline. Going to get out of bounds to the 38.
It looks like she may have stepped out.
Double check it here.
No, maybe
not.
not.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, that was close. My eyes are starting to go on the Ethan.
I think there was a little bit of green there to keep it in. But it's enough to move the chains on the screen pass up to the 36-yard line.
Ike's my sister-in-law, so she's probably going to give me some grief about that after the game.
Now 1st and 10. Shotgun set for Ace. From the pistol. Going to have some time. Heave down the middle. Incomplete.
Wow.
That one intended for Garrison Blue, but nice coverage on the play from Florida, number 52, Deontay Stoneville.
Yeah, the last series, it looked like Lone Star started to get something together, but that interception, it looks like they, kind of threw them off a little bit. They need to do something to get back on the right track. Another big play, nice run by Ike, something to get them going again.
Heavy set for 2nd and 10 from the I formation. Ace going to hand off to Ike. She'll go up the middle, get a couple of yards up to the 38-yard line. Ike McBride having a little bit of struggle right now, but only about 20 yards on 7 carries.
She's definitely the higher the reps go, the better her yards per carry. She needs to get a little warmed up out there. And right now, I think she's a little upside down on the pitch count.
You're going to have 4 wide receivers for 3rd down, 3 to the left side. Quick stop
Nice.
for Ace. Oh, a leaping grab for B. Robo was a little too high. Oh, and that's going to be an unfortunate turnaround for Lone Star. They'll have to punt it away.
Yeah, they rolled the dice there, had to get rid of the ball quickly, and almost had one of the, a potential game highlight out of that pass, but not so much.
So they got 1 first down out of it and managed to progress down the field, but not much else on the next set of downs. You kind of see there the total yardage, 84 to 72. Lone Star leading the production, but it's not doing anything in terms of the scoreboard. This kick will be returned from about the 30. It'll be about a 5-yard return for Art Vandelay to set up at the Florida 35-yard line. Florida now looking at a 13-0 lead with about 7.5 to go here in the second quarter. Already looking pretty favorable for the Storm right now with Lone Star struggling on offense.
Yeah, definitely. And the same point I'm going to make for Charlie Valesca that I made for Ike McBride. He needs to get a couple more reps, too, to get fired up and get that run game going.
Cochran's going to throw to the left side. It's completed. Nice wrap tackle from Bo Martin Jr. at the 41-yard line. E.J. Minson making the grab for 6.
Yeah, it looks like the defensive line for Lone Star isn't getting the penetration on the offensive line like they normally do. So so far, so good for Caden Poirier, Joseph Wade, and Greg McDonaldson on that line for Florida.
Sets up a 2nd down and 4. Cochran's going to have 4 wide, 3 to the right side. Nickel pack for Lone Star. Valesky the lone single back. Cochran with a quick step. Going to heave one down the middle. Pass completed. And there's room for E.J. Minson at the 10-5. He's gone. Touchdown, Florida. Woo!
That was a great route run by Minson. And Cochran knew just where to put the ball, right up on the upper right shoulder where only he could catch it, and just took it to the house. And great play. It's really putting the pressure on Lone Star.
That one ended up being a 59-yard touchdown pass to E.J. Minson. Once he shook that first tackle, he had nothing but daylight in front of him, no one but space behind him, and it was just a saunter to the end zone at that point. That play culminating a 2-play 65-yard drive, with Florida now in a 3-score lead with Snead to kick the extra point. Make it a 20-point game on the way and through. Now 20-0 in favor of Florida. We only got about 7 minutes to go in the first half. Still plenty of football to play, but you don't want to be down by 3, let alone 4 scores.
Yeah, definitely. And the offense for Florida's got to be pumped up. That was a much-needed touchdown pass for Ron Cochran to kind of stop the dry spell. Now he's back in the thick of things.
Kick away here from Snead will be returned by Soto from inside his own end zone. To the 10, to the 20, steps to the right side, gets about 24 on the return to set it up at that same mark. So Lone Star, they've given up now 20 points to Florida. It's not what you're wanting to see for a team that wants to contend in the playoffs against a stacked division like the South.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's something, the coach will make some adjustments at halftime. Let's see if they're the right ones, because they're going to need to do something with that offense of Florida from clicking.
Ace on the deep route. It's going to be incomplete. That one intended for B. Robo. Evan Carroll was one of the players to try to knock that into his hands, but nothing doing there. Probably better to let that thing fall than effectively have an arm punt.
It looks like ever since that interception was thrown, it looks like the life of the offense has been sucked out. Again, they need to have a big play here to get some confidence back and get some momentum back in their favor.
any sort of points on the board would really help out in this matter. Even a field goal, they would still be down 3 scores, but they would get the goose egg off the board. Ace on the quick step for second down, gets it completed. Oh, no, they're going to say he's out of bounds on the catch. Deuce Fennick had the catch, but he was out of bounds, incomplete.
Happens fast, but I thought he got at least 1 foot in, but he was on the far side of the field, so I didn't have the best advantage.
So now it'll be 3rd down and 10. Lone Star going to 2 and 2 with McBride in the backfield. A 41 dime set for Florida. It'll be handoff to McBride. She'll go to the left side, get about 3. Not much there on that play with Dominguez making the tackle from behind to bring up 4th down.
Again, that's the confidence you have in Ike McBride running it on 3rd down. I mean, that was a dice roll by Greg Soto. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, an unfortunate result there is it's another 3 and out for Lone Star. Kick is away. Fair catch will be called by Art Vandelay from his own 43-yard line. So decent field position to set up Florida for the next drive. They have a chance to go up 4 scores.
And that's a nightmare scenario for Lone Star. Lone Star defense, they have the right players in place to cause some turnovers and make something special happen. And now's the time you want to pull out that magic wand.
Yeah, it's not something you want to be in at any point in the SFL. We've seen comebacks from bigger margins, but you don't want to get into that situation to begin with. It's a catch here from Stephen Bush. Good for about 9 as he's wrapped down by Albert Begin for 2nd and 1.
It looks like so far Cochran's been untouched in the backfield. I mean, they need to do something on that line of Lone Star. They've tried sending in a couple extra linebackers. Maybe they should go to that well again. Got to do something to knock Cochran off his rhythm.
Yeah, it's been comparing tackles for losses. It's 2 for Lone Star compared to 3 for Florida. So, but no sacks for either team so far. Cochran plenty of time, going to sprinkle this away. And a nice pass there to Doyle to get the 1st down, knocked down to the 42-yard line. That's another gain of 7 yards and another 1st.
And well done by Ron Cochran. Thought he was going to get brought down in the backfield. I think that was Jukin Rukin right up in his face. Was able to dump it off to Doyle and get a pretty nice gain.
Yeah, you saw the pressure there, and he just threw right into the pressure. And great job there from the fullback, J.W. Doyle, to keep the ball moving. 1st and 10 from the Lone Star 42. Faking the handoff. Cochran throws to his left, tipped away and incomplete. Nice deflection on that one from Nate Hall.
Yeah, great play by Nate Hall, but also looks like the line of Lone Star is starting to get some extra penetration and maybe causing Cochran to get rid of the ball a little early, like we talked about.
Getting an interesting note from the truck. We've had 2 3-and-outs for Lone Star. All 4 of their possessions, minus the pick 6, have resulted in a punt. Not great production from Lone Star. Here's Doyle again. Going to push ahead for another 8-yard gain. We'll bring up 3rd down and 2 now from the 34.
Yeah, they're right on the edge of field goal range for Ethan Snead. I mean, he can make it from there, but the defense right now, if you're looking for a tackle for loss, like you mentioned earlier, now's the time to do it.
On 3rd and 2, quick snap for Cochran. Throws to his left side. Caught for the 1st down by Stephen Bush. Pushed out of bounds at the 26-yard line. And another big gain of 7 to move the chains for Florida.
Yeah, Florida's not going for the deep home run ball. Looks like they're just taking little chunks at a time, moving down the field. Now they're in field goal range and could potentially go 23, maybe 27-0 on Lone Star.
Which would be a very deep chasm for Lone Star to get back in. And again, the South Division's so tight, they need as many wins as they can. Cochran under pressure. Looks like he tried to throw that just as he was getting hit by Jukin Rukin. So it'll be an incomplete pass.
Yeah, that's a nightmare for any quarterback. Looking at Jukin Rukin, just throwing the offensive lineman to the side and getting right up in your face. And Cochran had nothing to do but hit the deck, get rid of that ball.
Got it away just in the nick of time to avoid the sack. So sets up 2nd down and 10. 3 wide receivers. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. They're going to hand off to Boletsky.
Nice.
Got to the right side. He's wrapped up by number 45 of Lone Star. That's Bogey Barr making the first contact and helping with the tackle for loss.
The Bogey Barr was waiting right there in the lane, and running back had nowhere to go. That was great discipline by Bogey Barr, executing the play just like it was drawn up.
So now 3rd down and 11. Cochran in the 2-2. From the shotgun, fakes the handoff. This will pressure up the middle. Oh, and a catch from Stephen Bush. Gets down to the 13-yard line, a gain of 14 and a first down.
Was that a defensive tackle that dove at Ron Cochran? That was a large play to me.
Looks like, I think that might have been Tina Begin.
Holy mackerel. That was a flying Philly cheesesteak in the air. Oh, my gosh.
But a great steadiness from Cochran to get that ball away under the pressure. Getting the ball inside the red zone now. 1st and 10 from the 13. 3 receivers left, making the handoff. Pressure coming up the middle. Pass completed. Minson's going to get to the 9. Maybe about a 4-yard gain before getting stopped down by both Nate Hall and Bo Martin Jr. Will be 2nd down.
I still can't get over that last play. Woo! That defensive tackle flying in the air. That was amazing. I want to see that again.
Oh, it's always good to see the big folks be athletic, and I will definitely support those endeavors. 2nd down and 6, heavy 2-wide set. Pitch it over to Boletsky, left side, gonna push ahead to the 4. Almost got there for the first down, but stopped just short. Will be 3rd and 1 coming up.
Yeah, Boletsky's, they're using him. That's the man you go to at this part of the field. I mean, he finds a way to get in the end zone. He's already got 1 on the board. Let's see if he can get 2.
Going into a jumbo pack for 3rd and 1. Goal line stand for Lone Star. Handoff, Boletsky. Does he get the first down? Wow. He does.
That was close.
Just enough to move those chains. Albert Begin wrapped him up, but just a little too late for the first down.
That was a nose hair. Barely crossed the chains.
Now it'll set up 1st and goal to go from the 3. About 9 feet from pay dirt. Going to go 4 wide, 3 to the left. Cochran faking the handoff. Going to go under pressure. Throws, and it's incomplete. Knocked away from Bo Martin Jr. Good awareness on that play.
Yeah, that was great awareness. I mean, he was wide open in the end zone, and Bo Martin Jr. just shut down that reception. No chance.
Yeah, you saw he was creeping up a little bit. He knew Minson was behind him. And just stayed in front of that play.
Yeah. He was about 10, 15 yards away from him and was able to show his athleticism and shut that play down.
Knocking the ball away makes it 2nd down and goal. Big opportunity for the Lone Star defense to put in a stop before the 2-minute warning. Offset eye, 2 tight ends right. Hand it off to Doyle, up the middle. Stopped short of the goal line. They'll credit him with a 1-yard gain. Albert Begin and Trammell making the pitch. And that'll bring it to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in Florida. They are looking to get up by 3 scores. They currently lead on Lone Star 20-0. This is the Simulation Football League, presented by APM Music on YouTube. So it's 3rd and goal to go. Jumbo pro set from the 1-yard line. And off, up the middle. Nothing doing for Doyle. Caught down. Oh, we might have
Oh, no.
Oh, no, it's Boletsky. Oh, no, Charlie Boletsky is hurt.
It looks like he was caught in a Fellows and Begin sandwich right there. Just both of those defensive tackles fell on top of him, and that's going to leave a mark.
Oh, man, yeah, it looks like he might have gotten pulled down. Oh, that is an unfortunate turn of events, because Boletsky is one of the leading players in this team. Currently going for about 1,100 yards of rushing on the season. So the injury will stop the clock with 1:58 to go. It'll be 4th down. They'll kick the Ethan Snead field goal. It's up and through, effectively an extra point. We make it 23-0 in favor of Florida with 1:56 to go here in the half. But that's the bigger story. Charlie Boletsky currently on the shelf. We'll get an update on him as soon as we can. But he is the linchpin of this Florida offense. And if he can't go, this might be the opening Lone Star's looking for.
Well, playoff teams, when they face adversity, it's next man up. So let's see if Florida can, hold fast and keep Lone Star from striking back.
Soto's going to evade one tackle, cannot evade the other. He'll set up to the 25-yard line. It's going to be up to the Lone Star offense to get on the board before the end of the half. They are currently behind the 8 ball right now, down 23-0. It's still technically a 3-score game. You have to figure 3 touchdowns and a field goal is what you need to get the lead. Ace stepping back on 1st down, under pressure, steps up, throws it, and it's incomplete, caught out of bounds.
Wow.
A lot of pressure there from number 52, Deontay Stoneville.
That was a rainbow pass.
It was a rainbow pass that got caught out of bounds. So good awareness there from Ace to get it away. Sets up 2nd down and 10. They're going to go 3 tight ends, I formation. A little pressure on the line from Florida. They'll rush 5. Eichner right up the middle. She'll get to about the 29 for a gain of 4. She's a little slow to get up as well, but she'll make it on her feet. Being a bit of a war of attrition here with the running backs in this latter part of the 2nd quarter. Now they'll bring up 3rd down and 6. 3 wide for Ace. Quick step. Throws down the middle. It's completed. Timeout called by Lone Star and a big catch from B. Robo. It's a 1st down at the Florida 49.
Yeah, that was a sweet pass by Ace Fennick. Just put it right into the side pocket of B.E. Robo.
Yeah, and you saw he was wrapped up with Adrian Blaine, but managed to make the catch. This puts Lone Star in Florida territory. And with the timeout now with 1:16 to go, they'll still have 2 timeouts left. Ace is going to go in a pistol set, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end to the left. Ace going to snap, throw to his right, pass completed to Deuce, gets the 1st down, stays in bounds, and will be tackled at the 35-yard line. Excuse me, that's Greg Soto making the catch. That's his first catch of the day. 1st down for Ace. Pressure coming. Throws to the right side. Wow. Nearly intercepted. Woo! That one intended for Greg Soto again. And there's the update from Charlie Boletsky. So he's got a bruised calf. He is questionable to return. So that is probably the best case scenario for Florida right now. They might see the bullet back on the field.
Yeah, I mean, I think being up by 23, they have, and going into the half, they have the luxury of maybe sitting in some ice for a little bit longer before they put them on the field.
So the incompletion stops the clock with 57 seconds to go. Pressure up the middle from Florida. 2nd and 10. Ace going to step back. Going to throw to his right. Tiptoe catch from Greg Soto is complete. He gets up to the 28-yard line. A gain of 7 stops the clock with 53 seconds to go.
Yeah, he makes it look easy. I mean, great presence there of where he is on the field, just to do that toe drag swag and stay in bounds and stop the clock.
Now 3rd down and 3. Nickel pack for Florida with 3 wide for Lone Star. Ace on the quick step, going to throw left, completed to B. Robo, turns upfield, steps out of bounds at the 16-yard line with a little help from Evan Carroll. It'll be 1st down for Lone Star.
Yeah, great discipline by these wide receivers of Lone Star. I mean, they have the wherewithal to get out of bounds, stop the clock, and not try and force too many extra yards and keep that clock running.
Yeah, stops the clock again with 49 seconds to go here in the 1st half. Ace will have 3 wide receivers with 2 to the left. It's a nickel pack for Lone Star, but they're showing a little pressure. Ace with some time. Oh, but he gets caught in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 7. The sack there made by Deontay Stoneville. They'll reset for the formation. Now 2nd and 17. Little pressure again. He'll throw it away, and it's incomplete. Intended there for Greg Soto. Could have had a shot at it if he stretched out, but Alex Dominguez bringing a lot of pressure.
Yeah, definitely a lot of pressure by that front four of Florida, but not a lot of time to hold on to that ball, and it looks like the routes didn't have time to develop.
So now it'll be 3rd down and 17. They got to get to the 6-yard line to move the chains. 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right, with Fennick in the shotgun. Bit of a high snap. They're going to rush 4. Quick pass down the middle, completed for Garrison Blue. Lone Star will take a timeout after the 5-yard gain. It'll be 4th down, but it'll be in a good position to possibly get the Matt Fennick field goal.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, credit to the front 3 on that play. They're not giving, or they didn't give Ace Fennick any time to go through his progressions. He had to get rid of that ball quickly and didn't have any options downfield.
So this will be a 35-yard field goal attempt for Matt Fennick from just about the left hash. 21 for 21 on the season, makes it 22 of 22. And that's the first points on the board for Lone Star. Still a 3-score deficit, but the zero's off the schneid, and they now trail at 23-3 with 25 seconds to go here in the first half.
Yeah, Ethan, they needed to get some points on the board. What wasn't a sexy series of plays there, but at least they got 3.
It was necessary at the very least to know that you can get down the field and you can score. Vandalay going to take this from about the 2 on the kickoff. Going to push up to about the 24-yard line, so about a net 22-yard return on the play. Florida still has all 3 timeouts, 21 seconds to go, but I suspect they're going to probably want to force Lone Star to drain their last timeout and go into the tunnel.
Yeah, I think now's the time to head to the locker room and enjoy your orange slices.
So Florida will set up with 2 tight ends to the left, 2 receivers right for 1st and 10. Cochran from the shotgun, fakes the handoff, pressure coming, going to throw out to the left side, caught by Ron Hines. He'll get out of, no, they're going to say he was hit inbounds at about the 40-yard line. They're going to run back to the line here, 6 seconds, 5 seconds. They'll snap it off. They'll have time to throw, and that will do it for the first half with a reception from Minson going to the 48 for 12 yards and another first down. But that's just a little bit of stat padding on the part of Florida to show they've still got control in this game.
I mean, that could have turned out to be a pretty bad decision. In that secondary of Lone Star, they're known for getting some turnovers. So worst thing could have happened would have been Lone Star getting that ball and taking it to the house. So just will run out the clock.
But that'll take us to the end of the first half. Florida currently leading on Lone Star 23-3. Bit of a dominant performance here in the first half by the Storm. Though time of possession pretty much even out on both sides, but it's been all Florida on the field.
Yeah, definitely. And the offense of Lone Star just wasn't the same after that interception. They're different offense on the field, so now's the time at halftime for Coach Soto to break some clipboards, throw some trash cans around, and do whatever he can to get that team motivated and get out there, make some adjustments, and put some points on the board.
Yeah, because this was the play that really turned the game in Florida's favor. The interception returned by Evan Carroll for the touchdown to tie him for most pick sixes all time. And then this was a big one too. This big pass to E.J. Minson, which went for 59 yards and the score. And that put Florida out 20-0. It was quite a show. With 3 touchdowns and 23 points, they did miss one of those extra points. But Lone Star not out of it yet. They're down by 20. Still a 3-score game. You make those proper adjustments here in the second half. You've proven you can get down the field, that you can put points on the board. just a matter of clicking everything together and getting back in this game.
Yeah, Lone Star's done it before. They've been behind in the start of the second half and, have turned it on and come back and win some games. I mean, this first half, let's see if Charlie Beletsky got injured. Let's see if he comes back. But impressed with his his touchdown, as well as Ron Cochran. I mean, he's quietly having a pretty solid game out there. Hasn't made a mistake yet.
So Florida will be getting the football to start the second half. And we will keep an eye on when Charlie Beletsky does get back out onto the field. He is questionable to return with a bruise. And we'll see what happens later on in the game. Vandalay going to take this from inside his own end zone, up into the 10. And to the 15, he'll get wrapped up and around the 21-yard line. So this will be the first drive for Cochran and Florida to start the second half. It's pretty much everything is in their own hands at this point. It's not a matter of whether they have to wait for things out of their control. Their destiny's in their hands right now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they've got the luxury, though, of having a pretty solid fullback. They've got some plays designed for Doyle. I mean, they can always lean on him if they need to while Beletsky licks his wounds.
And it's going to go here to the secondary running back. That is Stanley Nordless with the run. It's a loss of 3 on the play with Yogi Barr making the tackle to bring up second down.
I mean, now's the perfect opportunity for Lone Star to start the momentum on their side. I mean, they've got the starting halfback for Florida on the bench. Now's the time for them to take control.
2nd and 14 from the shotgun. Cochran going to throw. Has plenty of time in the pocket. Going to throw it out, and it's intercepted by Bo Martin Jr. That is the play Lone Star was looking for. The first mistake from Ron Cochran.
Definitely. I mean, and in the perfect scenario, they get the ball, on the 40-yard line, just barely out of field goal range. So it looks like they have a good shot at putting some points on the board. But looking at that defense, great play calling there, and it looked like there were two defenders on every wide receiver going out for a pass. I know that's not mathematically possible, but it looked that way.
I'll take a 33 and third chance on that one. 1st and 10 from the Florida 36. Ace gonna throw right side. Nearly deflected, but caught by Greg Soto, who gets dragged out of bounds at the 24-yard line. Ryan Davidson there to wrap him up, but a good play to set up for a first down.
Yeah, I wish there was a hidden camera in the locker room of Lone Star. We could have seen the halftime talk by the coaches, because whatever they said got them fired up, and they're where they need to be so far in the second half.
That 13-yard gain from Greg Soto, one of the longest of the day that he's had. Setting up a new set of downs inside the 25 at the 24. 2 receivers to the right, offset I formation. And the handoff to Ike McBride. She tackles away from first contact. Gets the first down. Boy, what a recovery from Ike McBride. She turned a possible 1-yard loss into a 12-yard gain.
Yeah, it was showed her power there. Out of the backfield, looked like she was going to get brought down for a loss, and was just able to get past the linebacker and get a really good run there. And that, again, those last 2 plays on the offense are enough to get some motivation going and get them fired up and ready to score.
So we first down at the 12. 3 receivers, 2 to the left. We'll hand off to McBride, and she drags Stoneville for a little bit for about a 3-yard gain, get wrapped up down at the 9.
As I said at the first in the first quarter, Ike McBride's a repetition running back. The more you give her, especially late in the game, the better she's going to be. So I think this is a perfect time for her to start getting some energy out there and some motivation.
They've got Ike in the backfield for 2nd and 7 with 2 receivers and 2 tight ends. Ace gonna throw down the middle. It's caught just short of the goal line.
Mackerel.
Garrison Blue got his hands wrapped around it, just couldn't get across the goal line for the score.
Yeah, hope we got it. Well, it doesn't look like we're going to get an instant replay, but didn't look like there was a lot of room for Ace Fennick to get that ball in there to number 86, Garrison Blue.
So 1st and goal to go. It's about a foot to the end zone. Ace going to throw it to the left side, into the end zone. Touchdown, Lone Star. B. Robo gets pay dirt for the first time today.
Incredible accuracy by Ace Fennick. The defender, a slightly poorly thrown pass would have been deflected, maybe intercepted at the worst. But Ace Fennick has just shown some the ability of really putting that ball in a small place.
That marks the first touchdown for Lone Star this entire game. Drive going 5 plays, 36 yards after the interception on Florida's half to finish with that 1-yard touchdown pass. This will bring Matt Fennick to kick the extra point. It is up and through. So Lone Star narrows the gap now. They're down 13. It's 23-10 with 8:28 to go here in the third quarter. The SFL Network is coming to the ESTV Plus app. 24/7 SFL programming will include content created by the community, the SFL's greatest games from the archives, exclusive network content, and live SFL regular season games. Download the ESTV Plus app on your Android or iPhone, or on your TV through Roku, Amazon Fire, Vizio, and more. The SFL Network, where SFL creators come together. Vandelay going to try to go up the middle here. It's only going to get up to about the 24 after taking it from his own end zone. It's about a 25, 26-yard return. And Florida starting to feel a little bit of a lacking from Charlie Boletsky here, as they've given up an interception and a touchdown.
Well, a pretty large portion of their offense is sitting on the bench right now, so they could potentially become pretty one-dimensional here.
Yeah, Boletsky's the rushing touchdown for Florida is 6th in the SFL, so losing that is definitely a heartbreaker here, as they have to go to their passing game, which is 25th in the league, as that catch from to Stephen Bush is complete for 8 yards. They average, in terms of passing yards, they average about 250 yards a game, which is 25th in the league. Rushing yards is about 112, which is 8th in the league. So losing your running back and having to depend on what could be considered a potential building passing game is going to be some trouble. Handoff here to the left side is going to be good for a run for a first down, and that's going to be a little bit more yardage to go for Norderless as he takes it up to the Lone Star 42.
Lone Star lined up in bump coverage, and it was just man-on-man physicality. The toughest man's going to win on that particular play. Florida offense just overpowered the Lone Star defense and got a really good run out of the running back.
Great run on that play to put it into Lone Star territory. So now it'll be 1st and 10 from the 42. Faking the handoff for Cochran. He's going to throw down the middle. It's completed for about a 12-yard gain to Stephen Bush. And got wrapped up there from Freddie Trammell. But it's another first down.
Another first down, and just like that, they're in field goal territory. And another opportunity here for the defense of Lone Star to make something happen.
Yeah, Lone Star's defense really has to step up here. One of the more lacking defenses in the SFL, currently ranked 11th, is the run here from Nardlist is good for about another. That's J.W. Doyle making the run for a gain of 3. Yeah, Lone Star's defense has allowed the most passing touchdown, one of the most passing touchdowns. They're 22nd in the league. They are 11th in allowing rushing touchdowns. So knowing, with Boletsky now still on the shelf for the time being, this is their opportunity to strike. 2nd down and 7 for Cochran. He's going to throw down the middle, and it is another completion down to the 9-yard line. Art Vandelay making his first official catch of the day.
Yeah, the offense of Florida, I mean, they've recovered from that interception. I mean, that's what I keep bringing it up. I mean, that's what playoff teams do. I mean, they're responding. They've got a man down. They figure out a way to move the ball down the field. They did make that one mistake, but doesn't look like on this series that it's slowing them down too much.
1st down and goal to go just outside the 9-yard line. 2 receivers to the right and an offset eye. We'll hand it off to Norderless, who goes up the middle and is only going to get they're going to say he's back to about the 8-yard line. They'll credit him with about 1 yard, and a little bit slow to get up there is Bo Martin Jr.
Yeah, it's good. They're giving Nautilus some reps there. Also, JW Doyle as well. Gotta keep that running game going to keep the defense of Lone Star on their toes.
Now the second and goal, 3 wide to the left side, 1 to the right. Cochran stepping back, gonna throw to the end zone, wide open, touchdown Florida. Veridin Zarkov puts it up for the Storm, and they're back up to a 3-score lead.
Yeah, very soft coverage by the Lone Star secondary, and made him pay for it. That out route by Zarkov looks like maybe put the defender in tied up a little bit, so couldn't react and just was wide open there in the corner.
That pass culminating a 6-play, 78-yard drive, finishing off with that touchdown for Zarkov. Ethan Sneed to kick the extra point to make it a 20-point ball game once again. Good snap, good hold. Kick is on its way, and it's good. With about 5.5 to go here in the third quarter, Florida has established itself with a 20-point lead once again. Lone Star have a chance to cut it back with another drive.
And they need to. I mean, Florida is known for being able to just hold on to that ball and kill time. So Lone Star, every time they touch the ball going forward here, they need to capitalize.
Yeah, every opportunity they get the ball, they have to think about going to the end zone here. So they're going to take this from about the 3 to the 20, heading to the right, try the spin move and couldn't get anywhere there. They'll be brought down to the 26-yard line. The SFL Minor League is about to begin. Games kick off Friday, October 14th on SFL's YouTube channel, and it's not too late to create your player and get them involved in the next rookie class. Season 20's rookie draft takes place December 17th and 18th, so don't miss out on your chance. The sooner you create your player, the better your player will be on draft day. For more information, visit simulationfl.net. Ace going to throw here on first down. Deep ball down the middle. Intercepted! Oh, one play, and already it's back into Florida hands. It's another pick from Evan Carroll.
Yeah, Evan Carroll was there along with another defender. They were on both sides of Soto and just reached. Excuse me, that was B.E. Robo. Had just reached over and grabbed the ball at the last second. I mean, Ace Fennick rolled the dice a couple times tonight. He does have accuracy, but on that one, they made him pay for it.
Evan Carroll now leading Florida in interceptions. That's interception number 11. If my math is correct, I think he now is one of the league leaders, or at least in the top 3 for interceptions. Pass here up the middle is incomplete, intended for Stephen Bush. Nothing doing on that one for second down.
Yeah, that was an odd play. It didn't look. It looked like it wasn't clicking from the snap.
So now that will set up second down and 10. And Cochran will be in an offset I, 2 wide receivers. Handoff here for Nautilus is going to go about 2 yards. Nothing doing on that play as he gets wrapped up from behind by that is Bogey Barr, and that'll set up 3rd and 8.
Well, I mean, the difference between Beletsky and Nautilus, you could see on that play. Joseph Wade had a pretty decent block on the edge there as the pulling guard, and Beletsky probably would have got 10 out of that one, but Nautilus doesn't have that speed to get around that corner.
3rd down and 8, faking the handoff. Cochran going to throw the deep ball down the middle. It's complete for the first down to the 24-yard line. Second catch of the day for Art Vandelay, and it puts it inside the 25.
Yep. Again, they're dancing near the scoreboard again. The pressure's on the defense of Lone Star here. Right now, the Florida Storm offense, they're not making any mistakes.
Yeah, there's only been one big error from Florida, and that was the interception that led to Lone Star's only touchdown of the game. But yeah, even with that, Cochran's still throwing about 114. This will keep it up a little bit more as that pass completed to Zarkov for another first down, takes it up to the 13.
Yeah, I mean, he's just having his it's like fielder's choice out there. He's throwing it to, whoever he really wants to. There's at least 1 or 2 wide receivers open. He's got plenty of time in the pocket as well. The line of Lone Star hasn't been getting the same type of pressure as they had earlier in the game.
Going to go to 4 wide receivers for 1st and 10 from the 13. Cochran from the quick step, throws left. Hit as he throw. Hit caught by Stephen Bush, and it's down at the 1-yard line. Saving the touchdown for the moment was Bo Martin Jr. I think Bush might have had a shot at that one.
Yeah, he did, and Bo Martin Jr. just shut it down, and gave the defense another chance to make a big play.
Now 1st down and goal to go. Florida looking to go up by 4 scores. Handing it off. Doyle doesn't get it. Stopped short of the goal line by Trammell. Bring up 2nd and goal.
Yeah, I mean it's good getting that fullback involved there deep in near the end zone. They don't run it to Doyle very often, but tonight it looks like they're running he's got a pretty high carry count. I think he's up to 5 or 6, which is pretty high for him.
Yeah, 6 carries for 14 yards so far from the shotgun. They're going to fake the handoff. Cochran throws to the right side, into the end zone. Touchdown, E.J. Minson.
Wow, I mean the sides of the end zone on both sides of the field are an area that the Lone Star secondary is having some problems covering. They've been burned there a couple times, and right now they are in dire straits, being down almost 37-10 at this point.
Yeah, you saw McGuire try to reach up and deflect that football, but to no avail. And that will finish off the drive. Now Ron Cochran over 300 passing yards on the day. Stephen Bush closing in on 100. E.J. Minson closing in on 100. It's been a good day for Ron Cochran and the Florida Storms. The extra point is up and through. And that makes it 37-10 in favor of Florida. 2:46 to go here in the 3rd quarter. So now it's a 4-score game. Lone Star on their back heels really need to start pushing back.
And so far tonight, this has kind of been a coming out party for Ron Cochran. He's been kind of cold the last 2 games, at least from a passing touchdown standpoint. 0 against Arizona, 0 against Denver. Tonight he's got 3. So, welcome back, Ron.
Absolutely. As Soto gets wrapped up at the 25-yard line. So now Lone Star taking the field once again, they're going to have to start being a lot more aggressive here. The last drive was 1 play for a pick that ended up costing them 7 points. They're going to have to really focus on getting down the field as quickly as possible to narrow this gap. 1st and 10 from the 25. Hand off to Ike McBride. She'll go to the left side, get about 4. Not much doing on that one, so that will be 2nd and 6.
I don't think it's necessarily at the point right now where they need to take Ike out of the game plan. It's just when they do run, or they need to get up to the line quickly and execute that next play, because time is not their friend.
Absolutely. 2nd and 6 now with about 2 1/4 to go in the 3rd. Ace from under center, stepping back, throws to the right side, complete to Greg Soto, who slides out of bounds for a 1st down. Gets out of bounds at just about the 36 for about 10.5.
Yeah, nice catch. Way to turn the body and catch it, keep his feet in bounds. Not many people. I know I wouldn't be able to pull that one off.
Nice job there from Soto to keep the ball in Lone Star hands. 1st and 10 from the 36. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Ike McBride in the backfield. They're going to heave it down the middle instead, and it's a big catch to the 45 and another 1st down for B. Robo.
Yeah, really nice pass by Ace Fennick. Good gain, 1st down. I mean, I think they need to get to that line quickly and get the next play off, like I said earlier.
I think you're absolutely right there. They've got to really be more aggressive. Just kind of what we saw there from that last play. Get aggressive down the field because time is not on their side. There's 12 and a half minutes to go in this game. 1st and 10 from the Florida 45. Fennick in a step. Going to heave another one down the middle. Incomplete. That one intended for Garrison Blue. Ran into a little bit of coverage.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get that one. That would have been a huge play for the Lone Star offense. But good news is it stopped the clock.
Yeah, it does stop the clock, but nonetheless, it does miss out on the yardage.
Yep, definitely.
So now 2nd down and 10. 3 receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Ace going to step back, going to screen it out to Ike.
Turn it
She'll
up.
get just back to the line of scrimmage by the looks of it. And they may actually call it a loss of 1 on the play.
Yeah, just wasn't able to keep the body in bounds. Now we're at third and 11. This is a big play for Lone Star. I know we still have time left in the third quarter, but gotta get something going.
Yeah, they need to get something going to get it down to a 3-score game. Ace is going to have 2 and 2. Ike in the backfield. Time pack for Florida. They're going to hand it off to Ike. She'll get around a couple defenders, but got caught in traffic and gets brought down to the 41-yard line. Nothing doing on that play, and that'll force Lone Star to punt.
Yeah, a lot of runs out of 3rd down for Lone Star. I was hoping at the halftime they might have made some adjustments there, maybe decide to pass on 3rd.
So Max Luna will kick this away, see if we get a good coffin kick. It'll bounce at about the 7. Oh, it's going to go right to the goal line and into the end zone.
It looked like the special teams player slowed down. Should have kept running and intercepted that ball.
Yeah, probably could have gotten to it a little bit sooner, but that thing was probably destined for the end zone either way. So that will be a net punt of about 25-ish yards. And to set up Florida from their own 20. 1st and 10, jumbo package. 2 in the backfield. Going to hand it off up the middle for Doyle, who will get about 3 yards before getting wrapped up by Barr. It'll be another 2nd down.
Yeah, they're in the driver's seat here. Good to see them getting Doyle involved in the game. I think he's going to have probably one of his highest carrying totals of the season.
Probably going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter here as we tick down the final seconds. Cochran in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. Has time to throw to the right side. Oh, caught short of the 1st down. Stephen Bush made the reception, but had to run backwards in order to get it, so he'll be marked short of the line to gain. And that'll take us over to the end of the 3rd quarter. Time for some 4s, 12s, 86s, and 68s in the chat, folks. Florida looking to cinch the East Division. They lead at 37-10. You're watching the SFL presented by APM Music on YouTube. Back here at the I in Florida to start the 4th quarter. Ethan Muslin, Charles Dougherty on the call. We got Justin Reside, Ben Warner doing stats on the truck. And, of course, our producer extraordinaire, Cameron Irvine, doing everything behind the scenes to make us look fantastic. We always appreciate you, my friend. 3rd down and 1. Big heave pass here for... Oh, Cochran is incomplete. That one intended for Zarkov on the deep route, but knocked away by Rain Rie.
Yeah, they lined up in that, looks like pair slot and 2 tight ends on the top of the screen. And they had one open, but Ron tried to, roll the dice on that one. Wasn't successful, and great job of the Lone Star defense getting the ball back.
Yeah, Lone Star is going to need a lot of things to go their way here in the 4th quarter, down by 4 scores. We'll see how things turn out for them. The punt from Marcus Agrippa. Be taken from about the 27. Greg Soto will get a few yards on the play.
Stiff arming going on there.
Yeah, a little bit of a stiff arm action there. He'll get up to the 33-yard line. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. Lone Star going to start at their own 33, 1st and 10. Nickel pack for Florida. Ace going to heave one down the middle. It's complete to B. Robo, who gets to the 44. A nice 11-yard gain to move the sticks.
And they've run that play a couple times tonight, and Ace Fennick is just, using that as a showcase to show off his accuracy, just barely over I guess before. They looked before the defender had a chance to turn around and then deflect that ball. Got it right to Robo, and we've seen that a couple times tonight.
And I should stand corrected. That was not for 11 yards. That was closer to about 18 to 20 yards because they flipped the field. They're now in Florida territory now. 1st and 10 from the 44 of Florida. 3 wide receivers for Ace. Pressure up the middle. Is going to throw to the the left side to Robo and get out of bounds at the 39 for another 5-yard gain.
And it looks like they're showing a little bit of urgency here, which is good. And they're not getting too crazy with the aggressive offensive plays. So so far so good.
We're noting here midway through the 3rd quarter, there've only been 2 punts and 0 turnovers in the Arizona-Fort Worth game. That thing is a slugfest right now. Currently 24-21. You can also watch that here on the SFL YouTube as Ike McBride is going to go down to the 37 for another 3-yard gain. And that'll set up 3rd down and a manageable 2.
Yeah, so Ethan, the question is this 2-down territory?
If you're down 4 scores, you have to go for it, I would say.
I agree.
At least to try to keep the chains moving. Fennec to throw, right side, will get the catch for the first
Nice.
down. Greg Soto cuts upfield and gets out of bounds at the 12-yard line. Great cutting up that field from Soto. Now they're inside the Florida red zone.
Yeah, that was incredible how fast he was able to pivot and get upfield. Not many receivers in the league can do that. They normally wind up letting the momentum take him out of bounds.
Yeah, he saw exactly where he was going and just had the footing in the exact placement to push upfield. Now they've put themselves in the red zone. It'll be 1st down at the Florida 12. Lone Star hoping to turn this into a 3-score game and get some momentum on their side. 3 wide receivers in the shotgun for Ace. Taking the snap. Quick throw, left side will be completed. No. Oh, but a bit of a backwards pass there for for Robo. Caught it inside the 10, but had to go backwards to get it. So it'll only be a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, it wasn't the best throw of the night for Ace, but he didn't have a whole heck of a lot of time. That pocket was collapsing on him.
Clock continuing to run now. Less than 9 minutes to go. 2nd and 9. Nickel pack for Florida. 3 wide for Lone Star. Fennec to throw. Gonna go to the end zone. Nice, it's caught. Touchdown, Lone Star.
What a route. What great route. Just took that pivot right behind the defender, and it was nice read by Ace. Just at the last second. Looked like that was the 3rd option he looked at and was just able to rifle it over the defender into the wide receiver's hands.
Yeah, managed to find Soto in the corner of the end zone for the score. Drive going 6 plays, 52 yards, finishing in that 11-yard touchdown. So this will be Matt Fennec to kick the extra point and to make it a 20-point game. Keep things within the realm of possibility. Within the realm of possibility. As the kick is up and through. Now makes it 37-17 with 8:44 to go in the 4th quarter. This weekend, Next Level Sports coverage of the Simulation Football League continues tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Eastern when the Charleston Predators meet 3 of their former players and a former owner and the rest of them on-fire Minnesota legend. Sunday at 8:45 Eastern, Atlanta welcomes Las Vegas, seeking revenge for last season's blowout loss in a pivotal game for both teams' playoff chances. For a channel guide and more information about NXT, visit NLSE.com. Andalea pushed this up to the 25-yard line, so now up by 3 scores. Florida's got to think about clock management at this point. Try to give Lone Star as little time as possible to get back in this game.
Yeah, the 2 big things for them are play selection and time management.
They set up here for 1st and 10. Looks like Boletsky's still on the sideline for Florida. From the offset eye, they hand out to Nautilus.
Nice blocking.
Will get up to about the 33. A nice gain of 8 yards on the play. Nice job by the secondary running back to set up 2nd down.
It takes a little bit longer to develop, but the offensive line and the tight end and wide receivers held their blocks just long enough for Nautilus to get a really good game.
Now 8 1/4 to go in the game. 2nd down and 2. Cochran will have 3 wide receivers. Nautilus in the backfield. They hand it off to him. He'll get the 1st down and a couple more. bring it up to the 40-yard line for a 7-yard gain and another first down.
Yeah, look at Mr. Nautilus there, 6.8 yards per carry. That's what you do. You know, like I said before, man down, somebody's got to step up, and tonight it's been Nautilus.
Resets the downs, now at the Florida 40. Cochran with 2 and 2 on first down. Low snap, gonna throw down the middle. Complete, short of the first down. Oh, but a great catch on that play from Art Vandelay. Looks like he got about 9 3/4.
He got 9 3/4, and he got a couple love taps by the Lone Star secondary as well. I thought he was staying down there a little bit longer than I'd like. Thankfully he got up.
They'll ring up to second down and inches. 2 receivers with Nautilus in the backfield. They hand it off to... Oh, what a hit from Yogi Barr.
Wow.
Turns second and inches into third down and 4.
Yeah, how did he get in the backfield that quickly? That's incredible.
He was unopposed. You saw there, number 73 of Florida. That is the tackle, Dutrick Leclerc. Looks like he pushed up to the right side and and it looks like, I don't think Barr was on his assignment. He was just trying to block to the right side. So now third down and 4. 4 receivers for Cochran. Gonna throw right side, incomplete, intended for Art Vandelay. Couldn't get around to bring that in, so that'll force Marcus Agrippa to come out to punt the football.
Ethan, I just want you to pronounce that tackle's name again.
Let's see. It's Dutrick Leclerc.
Jawohl.
Oh, and that's why I never learned a second language. So it will be Agrippa to kick the football away. A nice defensive stand from Lone Star. They'll have a chance to narrow the gap a little bit more. Kick on the way. Soto will take this at about the 10. And gets a little bit of a return on it, about a 5-yard return to set up to the 15.
Now's the time you go in the book and break out maybe some of the deep post routes and see if that'll do you right.
Yeah, this is going to be a must-score drive for Lone Star if they want to get back into this game. Down by 20. A 7 spot puts them down 13. Ace going to throw to the right side, completed to Blue. He'll step out of bounds at the 23. Nice little gain of 8 yards from Garrison. That'll set up 2nd and 2.
Yep, not bad at all. But again, they gonna have to think about doing some quick strikes here. It's a lot easier to say than it is to do, but time is whittling away with only 6 and some change.
Yeah, it's about 6.5 to go here in the game. And Lone Star's got to think touchdown for the rest of their drives. And they've got to blank out Florida the rest of the way as well. And they've already done it with 1 drive. They're going to have to do it with a couple more. 2nd down and 2 with the I formation. Ace going to throw right side. Completed to Greg Soto. Brings up to the 34. And a nice first down from Lone Star. They keep the ball moving.
Yeah, and they got to keep moving after the play ends. They got to get up to that line and get the next play called.
And that's what they're doing right now. 6 minutes to go here in the game. They're already right up to the line. Fennick's going to have a pistol set with 2 wide receivers. Takes the snap. Pressure coming up the middle. Throw will be completed to B. Robo, who will get about 6. They're going to mark him down at the 39-yard line. And they're going to probably go back into a quick huddle.
Yeah, looks like the defense for Florida is starting to give them a little bit more of a cushion and just trying to keep them in the center of the field and keep that clock running.
Now with 5.5 minutes to go, they're going to go into an I formation with a jumbo pack on 2nd and 4. Fennick to hand this off. Right up the middle. I think she's got the first down. Yes, she does. Just barely up to the 44. That'll move the chains, but now you've got 5 minutes to go, and you're not even out of your own territory.
Yeah, and you're a lot of standing around.
This is not a bad idea for Lone Star to try to keep the ball in their hands. It's too quick of a score. Could give Florida too much time to play with. Fennick going to throw right side, tipped away and incomplete. That one intended for Greg Soto and knocked away by Ryan Tobin.
That was a lot of air that Tobin got on that one. That's you don't see many linebackers being able to go up that high.
Yeah, fantastic deflection there on the play. Tying Lone Star because both of them now with 4 deflections. Though that big interception from Ryan Davidson going back for 6 has been the major factor here. Second down and 10. 4 wide receivers with 3 to the left. Pressure coming up the middle. High ball up the left side is incomplete, intended for B. Robo. And great coverage from Adrian Blaine on that one.
Yeah, it looks like it hit Blaine in the shoulder pad. She had the wide receiver blanket. There's no way there was going to be a reception on that play. Good defense.
So now a big third down play coming up for Lone Star. They're going to go 2 and 2. Looks like it's a 41 dime pack from Florida. They're going to hand it off. Ike McBride with the hit. Gets the first down inside Florida territory down to the 38. Oh, what a big second effort from Mike McBride. And they're going to go into a no-huddle offense here with 4.5 to go. And off to McBride again, up the middle. Trucks another player. And down to the 31-yard line. Nice gain of 7. They'll reset. And off McBride again. Gets the first down. Going to get brought down to the 26. And again, going into a no-huddle. I don't know if this is the best play to go no-huddle with, but it's what you're stuck with. And off here for first down. McBride is caught in traffic. And he's only going to get about 2 on the play. Now 4 minutes to go.
And he's taking up a lot of time.
Yeah, and they're caught in a run scheme. They can't do anything with this, unfortunately. Now third down and 7. Everyone resetting. And off to McBride. Up the middle. Not going to get to about the 21. And they'll let the clock run at this point. It'll be 4th and 5. Oh, this is a tough one. You got to figure they're going to go for it here.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, that was unfortunate. They got stuck in that running play, but see if they can recover.
So it'll be 4th and 5 with 4 wide receivers. Quick pass, incomplete, intended for Garrison Blue. Knocked away by Ryan Davidson. That'll be a turnover on downs.
Oh man, yeah. Well, you were hoping they were going to get some points on the board here, but the defense of Florida was patient and stood their ground and on some unfortunate calls on the Lone Star side, and now it looks like Florida's clearly in the driver's seat.
Yeah, and excuse me, that was Evan Carroll on the deflection, knocking that ball away, getting the ball back into Florida hands with 3:19 to go here in the football game. Up by 20 points. Cochran will throw down the middle, be completed. First down for Florida with the second pass here to Vered and Zarkov.
Yeah, that first down is what they needed to keep the clock running. I mean, what else can you say? I'm kind of surprised they're going a little bit more aggressive here at this point in the game, but so far Lone Star hasn't been able to stop them.
Yeah, now ticking down to 3 minutes to go. It's pretty much Florida's destiny at this point. As long as they don't mess up, they will be going to 7-4 and win the East Division, securing themselves a playoff spot. They drain out this clock for all it's worth. Cochran to throw on first down the right side, nearly intercepted. Wow. Ooh, that was almost picked away by Albert Begin. Zarkov, the intended receiver.
Yeah, Begin had his fingertips on that one, but not enough to hold on to. That would have been a big interception for Lone Star.
Yeah, that would have been a big pick, a big opportunity for Lone Star to get back in this game. But it will stop the clock with just about 2.5 to go. Offset I formation, receiver to the right for second down. I'll hand it off to Doyle. He's not going to get much on that. It'll be about a yard before he's brought down by Fellows. And now it'll be 3rd and 9.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to run it down to the 2-minute mark. But Lone Star may have a chance to get the ball back here, stopping them on 3rd.
It looks like Florida's going to try and milk this clock for all it's worth. as we get to the final seconds. It looks like the secondary players are in the game. And that reaches us down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in Florida. The Storm looking to cinch the East Division. They lead it 37-17. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music here on YouTube. Yeah, and you can see there for Florida, Mike Hatt currently out on the field. So the secondary players looking to get some action in as the pass here is completed. Caught there from Jose Galliano. Will be a timeout called by Lone Star with about 1:55 to go.
Yeah, what a game by Florida. I mean, it was great to see Ron Cochran have such a solid outing. I mean, with the 3 touchdowns, and unfortunate though, Charlie Beletsky got injured, but hats off to the rest of the team for standing up and filling that void.
Yeah, big hats off to Stanley Nordalis to step up and really help his team secure the win, knowing that their running game is, when their running game is hurt, they can really be struggling, but they managed to pull off a good win here. Mike Hatt going to throw here on first down. Pass is intercepted. Oh, and a big pick there from Jay Mart. Going to put the ball back in Lone Star hands with about 1:49 and 2 timeouts to go.
Yep. Well, Shabadibu isn't used to catching those balls too often, so I'm a little surprised they were trying to pass as much as they were, but I guess the second team needs to get some reps.
Yeah, and you always want to make sure that your other players get the opportunity to get some reps in, get some practice in, and make sure that they're on peak performance, just in case things go awry, like we saw with Beletsky and Nordalis. First down for Phoenix, going to throw it out to Robo, who makes the catch at the 49 of Florida. He'll step out of bounds for a gain of 6. Look at that; it's already 110 yards receiving on the day.
Wow, Ace has thrown 47 times tonight. That's a lot of pitches.
Yeah, it's been a tale of 2 quarterbacks. Phoenix going 32 for 47 with 2 tutties and 2 picks. Cochran also has 2 picks, but he has 3 touchdowns with 25 of 37 for 342. So he's been making quite a run for himself. Fennec to throw here on second down. Going to go down the middle. It's completed to Greg Soto, who gets it down to the Florida 31. This is a good pass set to go in for no huddle.
If they had that the last series.
Gonna throw again down the middle,
throw.
completed. And another big pass for a first down. That's Ziggy Roenick. That's his first catch of the day.
It is.
Down the minute 20 to go. Ace to throw. Going down the middle.
Oh, he's not.
Harrison Blue is short of the end zone. Be a gain of 9 to the Florida 2. Now with just over a minute to go. Fennec to throw, looking down the middle. Oh, pass is caught for a touchdown. There's a penalty marker on the play. Deuce Fennec makes the catch. It's Ace to Deuce tentatively, barring the penalty.
I think they roughed Deuce up a little bit.
Pass interference, number 22.
It will be a touchdown on the pass interference. So it will be a good score to Deuce Fennec. It looks like that was, if I heard that correctly, number 22. That's Kristen Paul, the secondary cornerback for Florida, who got hit on the pass interference call. They'll decline that, of course, to get the touchdown. So now Matt Fennec to kick the extra point. This would make it a 13-point game with 1:05 to go. They'll still need to get 2 onside kicks, but crazier things have happened in this league as the kick is up and through. Makes it 37-24 with 1:05 to go. So all Florida has to do is just wrap up the football, kneel down a couple of times, and they'll be all set. Matt Fennec set up for the onside kick. Here we go. It's going to go 10. It will not, but it's immediately wrapped up by a Florida player. And that one brought in by, I thought that was a number 50.
Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you, but there was a swarm of players there. I did not get the number at all.
No, it looked like it was a number 50, but I don't think there's not a 50 on the roster. Probably was more than likely Romel Hernandez, number 30, who ended up making that catch.
Sounds
So
good to me.
Florida will go into the victory formation. Lone Star will call their second time out. They've got one left. So Florida winning this game will clinch the East Division at 7-4. And Louisiana and Atlanta are still going to try to get into the playoffs, but they can only get in as a wild card at 6-6. They need a lot of things to go their way to have any sort of chance. Lone Star now with the loss will go to 6-5. They're still over 500, and they're still going to have an opportunity to get into the playoffs. Prior to this game, they were number 13, looking on the outside, looking in. So any sort of slip up by Houston or Arizona, that gives them the opportunity they're looking for to get in to the playoffs, and they will probably be in a must-win situation next week. Let's see, for Lone Star, they will be going to Estadio Mount Wilson to take on the Aztecs in Week 14, while Florida will sit on their laurels and face the Revolution at Stack Up Stadium to finish out their season.
It's a tough game for Lone Star going into Mexico City.
Yeah, and just that entire South Division is completely stacked. Prior to the start of this game, you had two teams at 7-3, two teams at 6-4. It was entirely conceivable that we could have had two 8-3 and two 7-4 squads. Zagrip is going to kick this ball away. Lone Star will have another chance to hold on to the
nice
football.
bounce.
Wow, a generous bounce.
Holy mackerel. You don't see that very often.
Yeah, a very generous bounce. Gets it to the Lone Star 9. So a nice little kick in favor of Lone Star. They'll have a chance for probably one more set of plays. Boy, look at that.
Hey, that was a good. I mean, that as the special teams coach, that would be a pretty good kick. I mean, it keeps it in bounds. How often do you see if it's going the other way? 9 times out of 10, it's on the 20-yard line. Now they got it on the 10, 9.
Yeah, so it ended up going out to the 9-yard line, but that thing had about 7 or 8 yards of backspin on it.
That's right.
Fennec to throw here on first down. It'll be caught up to the 24. They'll try to hustle back for one more play. See if they try to spike it here. They will, with about 2 seconds left. So they'll have some time to get one more play in before the end of the game. And you see there, Ace Fennec didn't have himself that bad of a game. 314 yards passing, 37-52. It's just those two interceptions, and the one going back for the touchdown was really what just kind of hampered Lone Star from the get-go, and they just never could recover from it.
Yeah, I think that was the play of the game, and that kind of turned the tide.
The screen here will be complete to Ivy McBride. She'll get down to the 28-yard line, and that'll be it for this game. The Florida Storm win the East Division. They take down the Lone Star Glory 37-24. It was all Florida. Once that interception came back for the touchdown, it was all Storm all day long.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, good game by Ron Cochran. He spread the ball around. Unfortunately, Charlie Beletsky got injured early in the game, but he was able to contribute with a touchdown. Evan Carroll with 2 interceptions and 1 for a touchdown. He's my choice for player of the game. I don't know if he's going to get it with 3 touchdown passes by Ron Cochran, but that milestone that Carroll hit with that interception for a touchdown, I think, can't go unnoticed.
Yeah, it definitely has to be noticed that, Evan Carroll hitting that milestone, a great interception return. He's one of the top 3 pickers in the league. You got to show props for that. I'd have to agree with you. Cochran's probably going to be your player of the game honors here. There's the second interception from Carroll. That just kind of turned everything around and kept things in Florida's way. Look at this pass here. Oh man, that was a great one-handed catch from Art Vandelay just to keep things moving. But yeah, everything clicked well for Florida, both on offense and on defense, and Lone Star just struggled from right out of the gate, really.
Yeah, I said this the last game I did for Florida that the rest of the league needs to take note because they're starting to get their get their mojo going, and they've played better tonight than they did last week, and they won last week. So, they're hitting their stride at the right time going into the playoffs.
Yeah, they're definitely getting everything in gear. Everything is going right for Florida. You saw that big run from Ike McBride there in a nice little effort. And then here was the secondary players getting a little bit of shine here on the, but unfortunately it was for the other side with the interception on that play. And Lone Star did their best to try to keep it contentious. They did stack some points in garbage time, but they've proven they're still a good competitive team. But they're going to have a tough task ahead of them to try to finish above 500.
Yeah, I mean they've shown some sparks and a little bit of the magic that we know Lone Star has. It's just being able to show some consistency and some extend that out through a game instead of some flashes here and there.
Ron Cochran, your player of the game for today, 24 of 35, 305 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a QBR of 112.2. Well-deserved, absolutely fantastic job. That'll do it for us here in the Eye. Florida winning the East Division by taking down Lone Star 37-24. Over on the SFL YouTube channel, Fort Worth and Arizona are locked up in a tight one. There's 3 minutes left, and they're tied up at 24. You don't want to miss that. For everyone here in Florida, for my partner, Mr. Charles Darty, for the Stat Truck, Mr. Justin Reside, Ben Warner, Commissioner Cam Irvine, I'm Ethan Muslin. See you next time.